So hello, I'm Shakti Tracy, Diamond Heart Network, and I'm a shamanic practitioner and conscious breathwork facilitator. And if you'd like to get involved with any of those, have a little look at my website, diamondheartnetwork.com. But today I want to do a little shamanic journey for you because I have been doing a lot of sort of healing of my shadow self, and healing of your shadow self can be a little bit hard because shadow self means it's the stuff in our subconscious that we've kind of kept hidden. And we've usually kept it hidden for a reason, because it doesn't, I mean, sometimes it probably shows you nice things about yourself, but often it shows you maybe things that we've been told are not very nice about ourselves. So for me, I've been working with this core kind of wound that I'm actually a bad person, you know, and because I've got this as my shadow wound, and I've been trying to hide this, because obviously I don't want everyone to know this about me, you know, and I've created all these sort of behaviours that can help me to hide it, you know, and so yeah, so so through the breath work I was showing, like, well, this is actually what's going on. So I've got two ways I can either deal with that. I can either, you know, think, you know, oh my goodness, I'm a terrible, horrible person for having this kind of core wounding. Or I can think, well, actually, I'm like a normal human being. I've got some core wounding from, you know, probably trauma as a child, or some sort of imprint, false imprint that I've taken on board to protect me when I was younger. I don't know the reason. It's just there. You know, and, you know, that's just human. You know, we've all got whatever it is for us. And, you know, and I'm just as human as anybody else. So I could just say, oh, you know what it is? I'm human. And actually, I may as well embrace this part of me too, because it's just part of who I am, you know. And actually, by embracing all these different parts of us, we can see that actually contain gifts as well, you know. So, you know, this part of me, this bad part, you know, she's actually sexy as fuck as well. And she likes to get into mischief, you know. So I'm going to embrace this part with all the beautiful light parts as well, but welcome home this shadow sort of aspect, and embrace her into the fullness of who I am, you know. Embrace her gifts, because these shadow selves, although they can be difficult to say about ourselves to start with, they always contain so many gifts. It's just so important that we welcome all these parts home, and, you know, as we move forward into alignment towards our visions, our mission, that we take all these parts with us, you know. We don't suppress them and say, oh, you know, separate, you're not part of me. It's actually, what the fuck, you know, Howie, come along. Take you along with me as well, all of you. But yeah, we'll just really welcome them back home, welcome them back with love, with gratitude, and just bringing them out of the subconscious as well, because when they stay in the subconscious, they affect our behaviour without us being a bit powerless to that. But actually, when we bring them into the foreground, into the conscious, we just become really aware that they're there, and we can own them, and so other people can't own us through them. And yeah, it doesn't own us, you know. It doesn't make us do actions without our agreement. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a shamanic journey. If you've never done a shamanic journey before, I'm going to lead through in a minute, so don't worry about that. But in this shamanic journey, what we're going to do is we're going to ask to be shown a part of your shadow self that you need to look at the moment. And then we are going to, the second half of the journey, we're going to look at what the gifts are of this shadow self as well. So what are the gifts in embracing and, you know, what in welcoming home this part of yourself. So if you haven't done shamanic training before, what we do is I'm going to drum for about 10 minutes. And so during that time you can sit down, or sometimes it can be good to lie down because it brings it more into a dream state. And we are going to just hold the intention that we're going in to sort of understand this shadow self. And when I start the drumming, we are going to use a visualization to start the process. And for this visualization, we're going to go and meet the ancestors. And so I'm going to start a visualization where we just go and we go to the sacred fire where all our ancestors are meeting. And I just want you to sort of imagine this yourself, because when we start to do the imagination, we're sort of starting to create a bridge to our subconscious, you know, and this imagination is the doorway to allow like more of these insights to come through. So we're going to start with a visualization where we're going to a fire, and you just imagine all your ancestors around the fire, and then we'll get to the fire. We're going to really ask to be shown, you know, what is your shadow self and what is the gifts. But I'm going to lead you through. We'll do it in two separate things. What part of your shadow self do you need to look at the moment? And then halfway through the journey, I'll invite you to see what are the gifts of this shadow aspect too. And then after 10 minutes, I'll call you back, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so if you get yourself comfortable now, and just begin to close your eyes. And when you feel ready, I'm going to start a drum, and we're just going to really hold that intention that you're doing this journey. We're going to go and meet the ancestors, where you're going to be asked to show an aspect of your shadow self that you need to look at the moment. Just begin to see that sacred fire. aspect of your shadow self and welcoming it back home to you. And what I'd like you to do now is we're just going to ask the ancestors to show you what are the gifts that this shadow self brings to you in your life. God, I just really want you to give some gratitude and some love to that shadow aspect yourself. Thank you for showing yourself. Thank you for allowing yourself to be loved, to be witnessed and held. And when you feel ready, we're just going to come back. Just going back to this space, and maybe just putting your hands on your heart, and again just giving gratitude and some compassion to yourself. You know, no matter what you're shown, just reminding yourself that, oh yeah, I'm human too, and this is a human experience that we're having here on earth, you know. And we live with all these aspects, the light and the dark and the divine and the broken, and we allow them to dance together and to create this unique expression of you. So just celebrating yourself, celebrating all that you are, and this unique magic that you bring to the world. And yeah, thank you for being you. If you'd like to share anything that came up from this journey, do feel free to either pop it in the comments below if you want it just to be totally owned and heard, or feel free to drop me a message as well. Yeah, it'd be lovely to hear from you. All my love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.